Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttattooandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing. Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza DoNisi. Pizza DoNisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213-0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
Heineken? Fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Mag Bar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge live showcases and is an integral stop in the Ultimate Underground Metal Tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Mag Bar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza DoNisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza DoNisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Mag Bar. Rock out. For 45 years in keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They are open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out. The year was 1979, and all the world was caught up in disco and Star Wars. But in Louisville, something was happening. A young entrepreneur named Ben had a vision to be the best record store in all of the city. Fast forward to 2023, and Better Days Records is still going strong. Still, after all these years, owned by the same guy. We have had some trips and falls along the way, but so does life, and Better Days is here to stay. With two awesome locations at 921 Barrett Avenue and at 2600 West Broadway, better days are surely in your future.
in a broken wasteland. Come to my fire and place your blood and steel upon my pyre. Oh, this is the metal forge. 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 Metal forge. My furnace starts to glow with crimson coals.
What's going on, metalheads? Thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of the Metal Forge. How are you all doing? Wow. This week we have Shagrat and Slasher Dave from the band Acid Witch here on the line, and we're going to be talking with them momentarily. But other than that, how are you all? Did you all have a good week? My week was okay, we got the day off in the middle of the week kind of thing. It's always nice to have a random Tuesday off, It was really kind of cool, too, because work came in on Monday at like 1 o'clock saying, okay, earliest we're going to be able to close is 3, so call your customers, see if they need you to be open. So that was cool. Got a couple extra hours off there. Had some friends come over Monday night. Had such a blast. Played some bass for Ezra. He's picking up guitar and he's doing it pretty cool. It's fucking awesome. Dig it. So hell yeah, Acid Witch this week. We've got some really cool fucking guests coming up soon. Next week we're gonna have Guillermo Miranda from the band Dieth on their proper episode, not just with Dave Ellefson. So he's gonna be here next week, and then the week after that we're gonna have Tom Jordan from 20 Watt Tombstone, and later on at the end of the month, Jason and Sean Frazier Jason Gardner from the Heavy Metal Wasteland and Sean Frazier from Wise Blood Records are both going to be on this episode, and we're going to talk about some albums in July. Now, I think I mentioned this here recently, and I thought it was going to be out on the 14th. It's actually going to be out on the 28th. Just too hectic of scheduling to get all three of us together right now, with like a couple of days to spare kind of stuff. And you all know me, I've got to have as much time to fuck off as possible, because if I'm not getting an episode out at 3 in the morning for a 6 a.m. release, then what the fuck good am I doing, You gotta do that, right? You gotta push the wire. You gotta wait to the last fucking possible minute. Luckily enough, I am not doing that much these days, because it's getting to be a well-oiled machine. Jason sends me his Wastelands. We schedule everything now, and it's actually really kind of cool. It's fun because it's like I know what's going on. It's like, okay, this person asked if I could put this episode on this day, and we're just building the empire here, one Star Destroyer at a time, as it were. And thank you every week for tuning in. Thank you to all of the people who have believed in the Metal Forge and Flamekeeper. The Patreon subscribers. Thank you all so much. And if you want to become a Patreon subscriber, go to patreon.com/Flamekeeper. It's, I believe, $1, $2, and $5 you can get in there, and you get exclusive content, you get download codes, you get pre-sale info. Anytime any of us, Jason's band or my band, Temptations, Wings, or Overload, have new material coming out, you always get a free download code for all of that stuff, as well as any kind of merch drops and shit like that, which holy hell, some awesome things are in the pike, coming down the pike or around the bend or whatever you want to call it. We currently have, if you've noticed in the description below, the link for the pre-sale of the Metal Forge Volume 1 is available now. It's on overloadrocks.bandcamp.com. You'll see it on there. Just go to it or click the link. It's in the bottom of the description. It'll say the Metal Forge Volume 1 album. It is a limited press. You're going to be able, you can get it from the Metal Forge Bandcamp. You can get it from each of the bands on there. You can go to Better Days Records and get one. The official release date is July 31st. July 31st is the official release date. That's when it's going to be available to download on Bandcamp in its entirety. However, it is a limited run. So once they're gone, they're gone. Volume 2 will be out probably later this year. But we are doing that. There are more things coming. There are Metal Forge t-shirts on the way. I'm getting back some model proofs of the shirts to post for you all. That's coming down the pike. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you'll have first crack at those, and those will be as ordered. They are not going to have extra presses of them. I just can't afford it personally. So yeah, there is that. Also, there is the big goddamn metal show coming in October. Most of the bands have been, I think there's 4 more bands that need to be announced. They will be announced within the next couple of weeks. And then the flyer will be here, and then you'll get to see all of that. And obviously, if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get first knowledge on all of that. Even at the dollar tier, there's just cool stuff. So hell yeah. Now I know if you subscribe to the $5 tier for 4 months in a row, you will get a Metal Forge shirt for free. So you just have to do that. So cool, man. Like this is awesome. This is some, and I also want to mention too that with Better Days, we are teaming together to do some possible limited edition releases through the Metal Forge. Maybe some like record store day 7-inch releases and stuff like that. And fucking right, it might not be metal, might not be anything, but it's gonna be something. That's what we know for sure. I am just so excited. There is so much awesome shit that's still out there that I would love to tell you about, but I'm just not at the beginning. I'm too much at the beginning phase of saying, you know what, that's a cool idea. Let's do that. Let's see what we can do to do that. Also, before we get into the interview with Shagrat and Slasher Dave, I want to take a moment and if you are a somewhat experienced web person, could you please hit me up at metalforgeradio@gmail.com. Give me some info about yourself. I would love to bring on somebody who can possibly manage the social media and possibly manage the website stuff, because for one person, it's a fuck ton, man, and I get like so behind on updating the website. Like right now, I don't think I've updated it since April, which is how it was last year. I got to like September and was like, oh, well, and updated it for like 2 months, and then it was just like another 2 or 3 months before I could update it again. And I still get a lot of people that go to the website to listen to this rather than going through Spotify or iTunes or anything like that. So I got to keep the site up, right, for you guys. But I just need somebody to help me with that. So if you are somebody or you know somebody, let's talk. I can't guarantee a lot of pay, but I can guarantee a little bit of something. So, shoot me a message. If we're friends on Facebook and you listen and you can do something like that, shoot me a message. I really want to talk to you about this. This is something I really want to do, because hell, everything needs to be everything needs to be kept up with, right? You know, it's all about the fucking metal. It's metal every day. And speaking of metal every day, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode of the Metal Forge with Acid Witch. And this is from Rot Among Us. This is Devil's Night Doom.
Detroit firefighters are bracing for Devil's Night. That's the annual pre-Halloween arson spree. Last year, 281 blazes were reported. City officials are taking steps to try and stop the fire.
Intoxicated, chaos brings a thrilling high. Fallen leaves and house fire, the smell that says it's time. Incendiary, accelerant speeds my blood. My pupils widen as petrol fumes my love. Incognito, a grotesque mask hides my face. Your hooded devil pours gas around your place. Tonight brings you devil's night to watch as the flames consume. Flashing wicked in the sky, fire you burn and die. The sky bleeds red with flame, glowing hellish glade. Hungry residential fire, ladies night for Halloween. False stench of sulfur and flash of violent horn. No mercy and no regrets, I'm tossed into the floor. You set the home ablaze. We're through a fiery day to avoid the conflagration of a final flesh cremation. For this rush of noxious flame eases all the pain, immolating another forlorn home. But not for some sick revenge, just in it 'cause I'm bored. Incandescent, the city burns with violent heat. All you hear is scream up and down each foggy street. Incineration, vanished in the dark unseen. Thousands more just like me, lost in a devil's night arson dream. Tonight brings you devil's night to watch as the flames consume. Flashing wicked in the sky, fire you burn and die. The sky bleeds red with flame, glowing hellish glade. Hungry residential fire, ladies night for Halloween. The worst things Halloween has in store happens on the night before. The worst things Halloween has in store happens on the night before. Tonight brings you devil's night to watch as the flames consume. Flashing wicked in the sky, fire you burn and die. The sky bleeds red with flame, glowing hellish glade. Hungry residential fire, ladies night for
X. We are back with Acid Witch, and we've got a couple of fucking cool members from the band. We've got Slasher Dave and Shagrat. Dudes, what the fuck's going on?
Whoop whoop. What's happening?
Fucking right, man. Like, you know, ever since, like, my tattoo artist is a huge fan of you guys, and he's turned me into a big fan as well. And I actually gifted him a back patch of your guys that he already had, so he's got it displayed up in his tattoo station right now. So, fuck yeah, man. I dig it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, always tried to be kind of a artist band, so that's cool that, you know, other artists kind of pick up on that and like it.
Definitely. So, you guys are in Michigan, right?
Yep.
Awesome. So how is Michigan, you know, like, by the time we're recording this is in June of 2023. So how's Michigan right now?
Raining and hailed today. It literally was raining ice.
Shit,
Yeah.
man. In June.
Hot weather lately. Apocalyptic weather, I guess, but yeah, it didn't rain actually for 3 weeks or something, which is like the longest. It hadn't rained in like 100 years or something, and then it's been like nothing but rain the past 2 days, and really odd rain. So yeah, I don't know. End times are on the horizon.
Yes. You're gonna have an all year long winter. It sounds like.
Don't say.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't
shit!
say it.
I'm sorry. Oh fuck!
In Michigan, we literally get like 6 months of winter and like a couple months of like actually nice weather. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even wanna
So we're
think
not going to
about
talk about 12 months of winter there, like in Montana, where you get 10 months of it. Oh fuck that! I could not live in a place that gets more than that. Like, right where I am now, and I'm just north of Louisville, inside of Indiana, and like, no, fuck that. I think we get too much.
Yep. For sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I like it. You know, I like the winter and the summer. I kind of miss it, but yeah, you know, I like the isolation of winter in a lot of ways. So I could be one of those dudes that lives in Canada or UP and fucking chills out.
Go live in Alaska for 10 months of fucking night.
See ya. Hang out with my Finnish friends and Bone Hunter. Move to Finland.
You know, that's funny that you say it like that, because here I'm sitting there bitching about like all of the things of like, oh, I couldn't fucking stand living through fucking 10 months of winter or whatever. But the funny thing about it is like I've been watching a lot of like survivalist videos, like building cabins off of the land and shit like that, and so yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things that in my life I've always sat there and it's like, where's the most secluded place I could live? And like, let's go.
Yeah. I love going to secluded places. I love, you know, finding spots that really aren't untouched like by humans, but, you know, getting kind of hard and harder to find. But there's a lot of places up here, especially when you go up north in Michigan. There's a lot of cool nature spots. I will say that if you're into that. So,
oh hell yeah. Yeah, definitely overgrown stuff like that. And the other thing is like, I really wouldn't want to live in a place where there's like venomous snakes or any of that shit.
Well, I agree with you. Fuck the snakes. Fuck the spiders. Fuck scorpions. Fuck alligators.
Yeah, right. That's funny that you said the scorpions thing there, because I went up to a friend of mine's thrift shop the other day, and like I said, this is a conversation based podcast. We get derailed real fucking easy. So, and I hadn't been up there for at least probably 6 months. I felt like a bad friend for not showing up and being like, hey man, what you got new in the store kind of shit, right? And I went into the other room for a second, and I came back, and then it's like I saw he had an aquarium sitting in the back, and I was just like, oh, you know, it's probably whatever. It's probably a little gecko or some fucking shit. No, it's a fucking scorpion.
Oh shit.
Named Splash.
Oh yeah.
After Sting the wrestler.
I splashed that thing with some bleach.
And I was just like, holy shit. Because, you know, down here we don't... Central Kentucky has like what's called a wood scorpion. It's like a little brown scorpion. But like this was like straight up fucking black, fucking like nasty, fucking like, ugh.
Big Emperor.
The things nightmares are made out of.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't like that up here, so you just got to deal with like maybe some bears and a Bigfoot and some wolves, really.
Oh, nice. So you all have the Bigfoot up there too, huh?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Sasquatch country up north for sure in Michigan. Yeah.
Fuck. See, that's what I want to do. I got to get with Rod from the band E Flat here in Louisville, and we're gonna have to go up there because he does a lot of that cryptozoology stuff, which is fucking it's rad shit, man. We might get into some of that though later in the general questions. So. First off, fucking, I consult Metal Archives, and I just have you all have like the perfect write-up for the band on there. It says, the members' exact instrumental credits for each album are not officially known. The listed roles here reflect the live lineup. So, nobody knows who's on what, it seems like.
Yeah, I think that like some of the kind of old school fans that go back kind of know what's up and what the roles are, but this band is morphed kind of bigger than what we ever would have expected. So we have many of roles that this is Dave, by the way, that me and Shagrat do. It's probably the work of like 20 people in a normal band, but we're both designers and illustrators, so we like to tackle all the merch and ad mats usually and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I guess it's kind of intentionally blurred. That was, kind of intentional from the start to be more focused on like almost like a weird collective, like there's the band, but there's also like the idea of the witch and being kind of this, ulterior kind of driving force behind the band. So it seemed somewhat unnecessary to really like reveal a lot about us in the beginning. And it was just supposed to be a project band from the start, so it just kind of like seemed, a little bit more mysterious to kind of keep it that way.
Definitely. And and that's a cool thing about it, is because when it's all anonymic like that, I think it makes people pay more attention to the collective.
Yeah, for sure. We never wanted it to be any type of, we just obviously the name Acid Witch that's what you get. You don't need individual members doing like you get Acid Witch when you get an album.
Yeah, we wanted you to conjure the idea of that character more so when you think of the band, and less of like maybe 4 guys in a band. So you're thinking more of this mascot idea, almost like in a way when you think of Iron Maiden, you probably think of Eddie first off. Like that's probably the first image that comes in your head, and then like the members of the band are kind of like secondary to that. But right. Not slighting anyone in Iron Maiden, but they just created such a strong concept, and it was a similar idea to that, to kind of do like this concept like that more so than a band of 4 individuals.
Right. Well, see, that's what I always sit there and say is like, if you ever notice that, like, mostly it's like a group of 2 people that are the driving force of any given band, and sometimes those 2 people overtake the entity of the band, like what we're talking about here. Like that's the whole Conjuring, I guess.
I mean, Kiss is a great example of this concept, especially if they end up doing what they've said they're going to do and continue on without Gene and Paul at some point, with people just wearing, the Star Child and the Demon costume, much like they have guys who aren't Ace and Peter wearing their costumes nowadays. So you can keep the idea of Kiss, the concept, the band, essentially, the characters going forever, as long as you have dudes who are willing to play those characters. And in a way, it's kind of brilliant. Paul and Gene can retire, and they're still, if they do that, keep it going, they got a revenue stream coming, for the rest of their lives. I mean, of course they do anyways because it's Kiss, but still, it's like,
right.
You can keep that legacy going forever in a way.
Oh yeah, the legacy of the makeup and everything, for sure. You always have that trademark image of who it is, and it's awesome that you hit on that, because that was an interview. It's probably one of my favorite metal interviews ever, and it was with Dave Brocky, who said that same thing.
Yeah,
who said that. He's like, I don't know if I want to do this when I'm 50 or 60 like some of these people are out there. And I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. But he said, he's like, we essentially created the characters so we could, maybe pass this down to our children if they wanted to do it, or somebody else could come in and play this character.
Yeah, and I mean, Dave unfortunately passed away, and you see, like, what's going on now. I mean, Guar's still happening. I mean, obviously, Odorous, kind of, they retired the character in pretty spectacular ways. I will say, like, I actually saw them on tour right after he died, like, on the first tour they did without Odorous, and it was pretty fucking hilarious how they handled it.
Right.
With, like, trying to resurrect Odorous with all his favorite things, like, giant heroin needles and bottles of booze and pills and stuff. And it was really gnarly yet fitting, touching tribute to Dave. But they were fucking great in a way. Like, it was the best Guar show I'd seen in years. Like, Dave dying, like, really gave them a fucking great show. And I have to think somewhere, like, he was probably fucking laughing about that. But yeah, it's true, it's like, it is like Acid Witch on a smaller level, because obviously we don't have anywhere near, like, the complicated stage show and all the mythos and whatever that Guar does. But yeah, it's definitely like a similar idea of these, more conceptual ideas than just a rock and roll band, dude.
Right. Absolutely, which is great, and to be in that whole market is, that is it. To me, it seems like it would be really fun. I know there's a lot of work that goes into it, and most bands today really don't do theatrics. Yeah, they're, when you're playing on a club level, it's hard to, but you could still do something different to set yourself apart.
Yeah, and when we came out, it was like MySpace era, and I feel like everybody and their mom was coming out with, like, a band, because all of a sudden there was kind of this platform to do it on. And yeah, we really wanted, somehow it popped, but we really wanted that to just be focused on the witch. And if you actually read the lyrics on, like, the first album compared to other albums, the whole first album is very, I'd say, like, 90% of the songs are kind of, like, just witch themed.
I think, well, maybe, I guess maybe October 31st is a Halloween song, but other than that, yeah, the concept for the first album was just supposed to be an entire album about witches, and was really just supposed to begin and end there, and was kind of again, why some of the memberships was obscured, because that first album was, like, kind of put together by, like, Dave, myself, Lasse from Hooded Menace, Billy Nocera from Razorback Records, and Evil Speak magazine, and a ton of other shit. and Sylvester the Gore Gnome from Final Corpse. So there was a bunch of different minds all telling witchcraft tales, and that was just supposed to be it, like this one-off thing. But it kind of became, popular, and, we enjoyed doing it, so ran with it, I guess.
Hell yeah, man. See, that's rad as fuck. Fuck yeah. So back in October of last year, you all released Rot Among Us. And fast forward to now, which by the time this episode airs, probably the beginning of July, I'm thinking, you all are going to be going on tour with Venom Inc.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, dude, like, Tony's a friend of the show. I love Venom Inc. They're all great guys. I love watching Mantis and his cat videos on Facebook these days, because he seems a little less evil these days. But fuck, how the fuck did that shit happen, man?
Yeah. How did it happen? Well, I guess we worked with a guy, a manager named Mark Vieira, and he emailed us one day, and I remember it said something like, he's like,
I doubt you guys are interested.
You gotta be interested in this or something like that, because I don't know if he thought we think it would be too long or what he was thinking, but I immediately emailed him back and was like, no, fuck yeah, we're interested. And it just kind of went from there. So,
hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, Venom and Adam Kraft are two of my all-time favorite bands. So I think Venom Inc.'s great. I've seen them live probably 4 or 5 times. I think I've seen them at least 4 times in Detroit, and I think their new albums are great. Ave and There's Only Black, they're really good fucking albums, and it should be a really fucking good tour. If you like those Venom albums that Tony Dolan's on, fucking Primeval, and
and that's the cool thing too, is you get the Venom classics in there too. You're gonna get stuff like Countess Bathory and black metal as well.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of being a Venom absolute nerd right now, talking about some of the really fucking obscure shit. But
I love their cover of fucking Megalomaniac. That's fun. I love the Primeval album. I mean, obviously, I still think School Days is the funniest fucking song on the album, and I love it to death.
Teacher's Pet Part 2.
What's that?
Teacher's Pet Part 2 with School Days.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I was talking with Tony about it, and I saw something like the Wasteland on fucking Amazon, and it was going for $950.
It's an incredibly rare and expensive album on vinyl, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Are you all on the entire tour?
Yes, we're on this. I think what Venom is doing is 2 legs. I think they might be doing more after this tour as part of the tour.
Okay, I didn't know.
On maybe the East Coast. I'm not 100% sure, but yes, Exhumed is on half of it, so they'll be opening up for Venom on half of it, and then I think in California at some point, halfway through the tour, Exhumed is going to leave, and we're going to be direct support.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because I'm seeing some stuff with Wormwitch also.
Yeah, and Enforced.
Yes. Sweet. So, yeah, it looks like the tour actually started back on 6/22 and goes to 7/9. So, I think by the time this airs, you all be in Salt Lake City today.
Oh, cool. What's up, Bailiff? What up? I'm talking to you from the past.
Yes. Yeah, we're talking into the future right now. So hopefully everything has been going fucking kick ass on the tour. As people listen.
For Venom and Acid Witch. Be a good.
Yeah, I want to play a compound.
All the Mormons will come out to see us, hopefully.
Yes, definitely. So some pretty awesome shows here. Starting in Dallas and going through the West Coast, through to even you've got even like Cheyenne and Salt Lake City and Seattle and Denver and stuff. But yeah, so you're kind of all over the West Coast map here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
especially for 1 day off in that amount of time.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We could do it. True road dog tours, but we've
done much worse.
Yeah, we've done some brutal stuff before, so I think that's just part of being in a rock and roll band nowadays. They don't usually make the drives too easy on you.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. The last time we went out, it was that way. It was eight hours to Milwaukee from Louisville. Then it was another 8 hours to Akron. Then it was another 5.5 hours to Lexington. And it's like, shit, man.
Yeah. It's fucking brutal sometimes. A lot of people don't realize that, but yeah, I mean, it's a lot of times, you might be going on a couple hours of sleep if you're lucky. So you just gotta be careful and try to at least let one dude get some sleep, let the driver sleep or whatever.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's gonna be some hikes in this for sure.
Oh, absolutely. So when touring happens for you guys, do you all take turns driving? Do you all have a designated driver? No pun intended to the drinking aspect of things, but do you all say, all right, Shagrat, you're gonna drive these 3 days, Dave, you're gonna drive these 3, or do you all plan that shit out, or you all just wing it?
We have a driver. We have a dedicated driver that we usually always tour with. Shout out Kirby. We trust him with our fucking lives. He's gotten us home in one piece so many times that and he's great at parallel parking.
Yeah, he's
fucking awesome.
Kind of driven for us and roadied for us for I don't know, a few years now. 4 or 5 years, and so he's awesome. I don't know if we could do this without him, to be honest with you.
See, and that's rad as fuck to me, because exactly what you just sit there and said. I know we've all watched videos of bands back in the, from back in the day to fucking present day shit.
It takes a team. It takes a team to make a band like that for sure, and you gotta trust those guys, and especially when you're on the road with those dudes. I mean, those dudes, they kind of become like family, so.
Oh, yeah. It's like a big, and that's cool that you guys have that too. That shout out to Kirby, as you said, for sure, because it takes dudes like that too that make it work also. The people you book, shout out to another guy, Andrew Bansall from Metal Assault Records. Shout out to him for fucking sure, because he's a dedicated merch guy.
Yeah.
And has been on tour for the last year and a half.
Yeah, we talk about all that all the time. There's another guy I want to bring up or shout out, whatever, that helps us out a lot too, and that's Sean Knight, who sings in a band called Childbite, but he also
definitely
tours with roadies and will perform on stage as the Witch. So we got kind of two guys that help us out a lot, and we talk about that a lot, but you gotta love it. You have to love, in a way, being on the road. It's got to be in your blood. You can't really fake it. You're gonna learn real quick, kind of whether you like being in a touring band after that first week or not. And yeah. So it's these dudes like it, and they get it, and so it works. But yeah, I love those dudes, and without them, I don't know what we do.
Yeah, they're friends first.
Sure.
Before anything, they're our fucking boys. So I don't know. I think that's very important for any band. And I would assume, like Tim said, that, you know, very close to all those people. So, yeah, it just becomes like a friend family thing of like hardcore trust and, you know.
Yeah, and then you start bringing back the same people for tours because, you know, you kind of like them and you trust them. And then before you know it, 30 years gone by. And
you know, that there's a reason why there is a song called We Are the Road Crew.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that. There we go. That's the perfect segue, I think. So, so
Motor
go
lays
ahead.
it out in that song for sure. Just read the lyrics and we'll tell it like it is. You know, AC/DC 2 and a long way to the top. But Motorhead even more nuanced. But yeah, you know, that's it. And people sometimes want to glamorize it and they think, oh, you know, oh wow, you know, you're going on tour with Venom, you know, and it's like, well, that's awesome, but you know, we're gonna be spending a lot of time, 5 fucking stinky dudes in a van too, so
Right.
There are other flip sides to the reality of that. 6, yeah, of that 1 hour or whatever you get on stage, but it's a give and take, you know. But yeah, you gotta fucking love it, otherwise you can't really do it and you'll quit. And obviously there's a lot of bands that don't want to do it, so they don't tour, and I can't really fucking blame them in a lot of ways, you know.
Well, see, absolutely, because touring can be fucking scary as shit.
Yeah.
You know, you could break down, you could get robbed, you could get fucking, you know, fucking get stranded somewhere, fucking 2,000 or 10,000 miles from fucking home. What happens? You get fucking stranded in fucking Germany, you know, fucking, or, you know, compared to fucking Michigan, you know, or Indiana. And yeah, that shit can be fucking downright terrifying. And yeah, you've got to fucking have a thick skin and know who the fuck you're dealing with each other. And, you know, that's just yeah, I totally get it. And that's a huge PSA if you want to be a fucking touring band out there, is fucking know your shit.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Like when I was saying, sometimes in the band when we talk to these guys about it, and there's this general sense of like, you have to love the unknown. You have to like that, you know. There has to be a desire inside of you to kind of have that every day when you wake up and you're like, fuck, I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight, really. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a certain kind of person that appeals to. And yeah, it's, you know, I think for instance, like our old drummer, Six Chisler, he actually, you know, left the band after our tour. We did a tour in Europe for like 35 days in 2015, and I think after that he had kind of had enough and you know, left the band. I think it was just starting to be too much playing out of town for him, so you know, I get that too. But now we got a pretty solid lineup, I think, of four guys who like to play live and who like to play out, you know. So it's hard to find. It's hard to find that group sometimes, because there's always like 1 or 2 guys in every other band I've ever been in that just fucking hate touring and like they're not gonna do it. So yeah, if you can get that right group, it's
Suck City. Fuck yeah, man. I agree.
Hey, Church Recordings presents Haunt and Hellfire, No Sleep Till Death. Starting Thursday, August 24th, 2023 at Reverb Lounge in Omaha, with select dates in Chicago, Detroit, Newport, Indianapolis, Brooklyn, Wallingford, Philadelphia, Washington, Atlanta, Pensacola, Lafayette, and more. Check listings on Facebook and the Haunt the Nation fan club. No sleep till death.
But when I feel the urge to fight,
time of madness and deceit. Its coming was foretold. And now, Soulgrinder has returned to become filled and crushed. From the bands who brought you the prophecy of blight comes a terrifying new chapter that will leave you changed forever. This summer, don the armor of atrophy. Let plasma crush away and become filth encrusted.
Born forever in a foul river, baptizing you, touching stranger than you've ever been.
Some scary moments for customers at a Kansas Home Depot. Police responded to reports of a bomb threat at the store in Wichita. A customer alerted employees. A man inside the bathroom said there was a bomb in the building. Police were able to locate the man responsible for those comments, and that man told police he warned other guests to leave the restroom because he was, quote, fixing to blow it up, but had no intention of causing a panic. Man also told police others in the room laughed, understanding his joke, which I'm just now getting. Home Depot says they will not be pressing charges.
Awesome fucking shit. Still within a year on the latest album. Fucking going on a summer tour with Venom Inc. And fucking rad shit all around. So let's go ahead and switch over here to the derailed segment. 5 random questions where anything fucking goes.
Yeah.
Question number 1 is, what is the most cringe-worthy thing you've either said on stage or heard said on stage?
I got a good one.
Ooh, I got
a good one. Tim can go after me. Shout out Sean Knight, but this is this happened to me. We're playing Berserker Fest, which he put on. When was that? Like 4 or 5 years ago. Berserker.
Yeah.
And someone in the fucking crowd passed me a joint. And I decided I'd be Mr. Cool Guy and, light it up on stage, not noticing that all my hair was in front of my face. So when I lit it, like, in front of the fucking whole place, my hair just fucking went up. And it's, like, to this day, still growing back from, like, me doing that.
Holy shit.
Like, I have short-ass hair with my long hair, like...
Oh,
yeah,
so you almost got, like, the Farrah Fawcett feather going on then.
Yeah.
I was playing bass, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, his fucking hair's on fire. And,
oh shit!
Like, yeah, he torched it pretty good.
No fucking video of it though. I've yet to see anybody that actually got video of it.
I'm almost rocking a skullet myself at the this age of my life, and I still see videos of people like Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Michael Jackson, where they all got fucking their hair and shit caught on fire on stage, and that fucking shit's like, fuck, do I really want long hair again?
No,
Hey, if you got the skullet, dye that shit red and get a perm. Just clown it.
Dude, I do have red hair. Oh shit!
Yeah,
you got it. Something, Tim?
I did probably the biggest fuck up that I ever did was when we were on the aforementioned European tour, and we're playing in Scotland, and we had played like 3 dates previously in England before, and hadn't slept a lot, and we were on stage, and I made the almost fatal mistake of saying, "What's up? Glad to be in England," while we were in Scotland.
Oh,
and I'll
shit.
tell you, fucking Scottish people do not like being referred to as English people. I'll tell you that. And they let us fucking have it. They were like, woo! Yeah, about to pitchfork our asses. And like, they were fucking pissed.
They were pissed, but it was in a good manner. I mean, the whole place just erupted into a
yeah. They did forgive me after like apologizing profusely though. But yeah, that That was probably the worst that I think I've ever fucking done.
That's harsh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Yeah. It was definitely a hello Cleveland moment when you're in Pittsburgh or something.
Yep. Definitely. I mean, honestly, or Philly. It'd be a Philly thing.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because Philly would riot for it, fucking, like the Scots would riot for it, I think. Yeah. What talent would be useless in the future, do you think?
What talent?
Yeah.
Doing music and drawing.
art and music. We're done. We're fucked. Seriously. Yeah, probably. I mean, I look at some of the illustration and artwork that AI is doing now, and it's fantastic. It's fucking awesome. I look at this shit, and I'm like, man, it's great. Like, I would use that for an album cover, and you don't have to fucking pay anybody, and I shouldn't even be fucking talking about this because it's so fucked up.
And you get it in a second.
Yeah, and you don't have to fucking wait either. And, like, same thing with music. Like, that fucking fake fucking Drake song that came out a couple weeks ago that AI did, that shit was about to crack the fucking Billboard Top 10, and, like, everyone was fucking freaking out. And, like, you're going to see that in soon, I think, like,
with not just huge stars, but anybody that you can prompt it.
Billboard Top 10 songs, just whatever. I mean, like, the biggest songs are going to be all fucking AI created. And you'll probably still have artists and, like, people doing stuff on other levels, but, yeah, I would imagine most of the mainstream music and art you're going to see pretty soon here is going to be all AI created. So there's fucking talents, I guess.
And just by the day we're recording this, Loudwire had an article stating where Paul McCartney would be teaming up with an AI John Lennon for one last song.
Well,
oh man.
I mean, that's almost like the fucking...
That just goes to show you, in the biggest band of all fucking time, using it's like, that's a telltale sign right there.
I think they pay Paul McCartney for that. Like, Paul McCartney has to know that's a fucking awful idea. But, like, what, they just offer him a bazillion fucking dollars or what? Like, it's like, who wants that or needs that?
Well, wasn't it a stupid fucking thing like last year when they did the it was the AI fucking, like, Motorhead reunion thing?
I don't even know.
Yeah, that's the one. Well,
it was like they were promoting it as like an AI Ozfest or some shit.
Did you need a virtual reality thing to like watch it?
I think so.
Okay, I've heard about concerts where you need the virtual reality, like, set to put over your face. But, like, I could be there, you could be there, Tim could be there, and we're all just chilling in this virtual fucking land in front of a fake, obviously a digitally made stage with
the metaverse, the Motorhead metaverse.
Yeah, I can't wait till that.
The Motorverse.
Plug me fucking in.
Right, man. Oh, crazy
First
shit.
will let me is God.
Right. Who is your favorite movie hero?
Movie hero? I gotta go.
This is a hard...
Yeah, I know. Yeah. This one is rough.
He's kind of an anti-hero, but I do think it counts, and that would be Goose or Jim Van Bever in the movie Deadbeat at Dawn. He's out for revenge. They fucking killed his girlfriend, and he is gonna make some fucking gang members pay. And he's got some nunchucks, got a lot of fucking karate moves,
some good looks,
some fucking banging looks, some, metal punk attitude, a switchblade, and he's kind of like my favorite anti-hero. It's one of my favorite movies all time, Deadbeat at Dawn. Jim Van Bever, go fucking watch it if you've never seen it.
I have not.
Mine is probably one that everybody's seen, I think, and that's Indy. Indy, baby.
Oh,
Indiana.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I like see, that's recently the new one is out. You know,
I saw they got fucking, speaking of AI, they got fucking young ass Harrison Ford in that movie with flashback scenes. That's probably some fucking CGI shit. I just saw that though.
Yeah, see, that's insane. Like, you know, I understand doing it with like in like Rogue One, you know, where they had to fucking create the segue to episode 4.
In that, like, I could tell that shit in Rogue One. What was the one that Peter Cushing was in? Was that fucking Rogue One?
Yes.
It looked unnatural as fuck to me still, and I hated that they did that. And I don't know. It's fucking weird.
His did look unnatural, but the one with Leia, I thought looked a lot better, and that she was at the end. But yeah, we're with him where they've got him reflected in the glass, and then he turns around. It's like, whoa, that is a little bit weird.
If they would have kept him reflecting in the glass and not having to hyper zoom up on his pores, it would. Like, Leia's one thing because she's kind of like more a smoother skin, and I feel like kind of easier to replicate, but. Yeah, when it zooms up on Peter Cushing's CGI face, it's just like a bunch of holes everywhere. Like, they tried to hyper, like, realistic fucking make his face, and it comes off really weird looking to me.
Right. I'm going to answer that one, too, because I like to answer some of these as well. Wow, for me, favorite movie hero. Indy's up there. I will say that. Indy is, like, right there. But I think it doesn't get much better than John McClane in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh shit!
Okay,
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Well, 1 and 3 I think are perfect fucking movies.
So is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Okay, I agree. I just, we're on the same page.
Fucking Caesar from Planet of the Apes too, which I just thought about.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a huge hero.
Is there a government conspiracy afoot to make you consume more cheese due to a cheese surplus?
I don't know, but I know I like cheese.
It's like, do people actually believe this?
I don't know. I think so, because, like, people believe some weird fucking shit.
They certainly do, and I love to definitely hear about conspiracy theories that I'm not aware of before. I'm not entirely aware of this one, but I mean, I like cheese, so I don't know. Really don't know.
I mean, I'm a big cheese fan as well, so I don't know. Is there something in it? Like, what's your favorite type of cheese? Like, is it fucking like real fucking like gourmet fucking cheese, or do you go and get like the fucking Kraft fucking 16 slice single pack?
Oh man, give me a hunk of Parmesan cheese and I'll fucking bite it like a piece of pizza.
Depends on what you're doing, what you're making. Like, say you go to Philadelphia, you get a fucking real Philly cheesesteak, from Pat's or Geno's. You gotta get that fucking whiz. You gotta get that cheese whiz. Now, do I eat cheese whiz with anything else? Probably fucking not. But, with that said, again, like, what I also love a fucking Parmigiano Reggiano direct from Italy. Of course, it's fan-fucking-tastic. So all cheese is really fucking good. And, yeah, I don't know.
You even like the crazy shit, like the fucking like Munster and Gloucester and like the fucking like the Limburger cheese and shit.
I don't do blue cheese.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, blue cheese on a burger is fucking amazing.
Yeah, until it goes sour in your fucking stomach and you're puking for 2 days.
Yeah, we had a bad tour experience once with the blue cheese. And aforementioned drummer who quit after touring. So.
Dude, do y'all have any recordings from that tour? Maybe you should do it as a live album, Blue Cheese Death.
Yeah, you really got to trust somebody, trust a restaurant to give you some fucking blue cheese.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Awesome. I do have one more question, but before we get to it, as always, links are listed below, so please give a like, a share, and a follow. Go see these guys on fucking tour. Go buy albums. Go buy merch, because that's what fucking matters. You know, support until you're fucking blue in the face, until you can't fucking support no more, because that's what it's fucking all about. Dudes, do you all have any shout-outs you want to give? Slasher Dave and Shagrat, do you all want to say anything to anybody?
Shout out everybody that comes out to the show and says what's up and has a good fucking time.
Yeah, shout out to all these fucking listeners. Come say what's up to us. Burn us down if you can, because, you know, we like to fucking party.
Fuck yeah. Yes, absolutely, because, again, it's exactly what it is. It's going out to the show. It's having a good fucking time. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Final question of the day. Do you think the benefits of sending people into space outweigh the risks?
Depends on how we're doing it.
Wait, what risks are we talking about? Dead human beings?
Or no return trip, maybe?
Well, I mean, you're fucking... People die all the time in car accidents, so I don't, you know... I don't really think, like, the risk is really, you know, it's a dangerous world, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So
it's going to be dangerous no matter where you're at, if you're here or there.
Exactly. You know, you got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, so to speak. So yeah, I mean,
we'll be beaming laser beams with fucking Neuralink information to an avatar body on Mars. We won't even be beaming physical fucking bodies. So I'm all fucking for it.
Go
hug me in and take my conscious and fucking beam me to fucking Venus.
I mean, I think that there's already stuff, you know, whether you want to call them aliens or, you know, interterrestrials, extraterrestrials, interdimensional beings, whatnot. I think that there's a lot of weird stuff going on, you know, kind of going back to the cryptoid conversation in the beginning, but again, yeah, like, space is deep, and I think that there's a lot of people that already know that, you know, there's other stuff out there. The government's already kind of let us know. I mean, they've declassified so many UFO videos over the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
They've definitely soft landed that shit and been like, here you guys go, public, like, you know, here's some of the truth. So that's just a fucking sliver of what they really fucking got. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a couple, if anything, you know, like, what's a fucking, you know, who's flying on these fucking tests or these Bezos flights and shit, like, anyways, right now, the, like, private flights. I mean, bunch of fucking billionaires. Would anyone fucking really cry? You know, the fucking
yeah, the billionaires were going.
I don't know.
Definitely. No, I mean, I think you're hitting it right on the head. There is, like, you know, we're all looking at just the way things are. It, you know, with everything, because. Fuck, yeah, I mean, it's dangerous life no matter what, you know, and whether you're here on Earth, you're fucking on Mars, you know, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, just as much as I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow or in 15 fucking minutes, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So live for fucking today, people.
Yeah, and I think it's a noble, you know, space exploration is really interesting. It's a noble pursuit if you're going to, you know, die in some tragic space accident trying to, you know, solve high levels of metaphysics or, you know, astrophysics, then, you know, you were doing something, I guess. You're contributing to the world.
Right.
So most people should be that lucky.
Fuck yeah. Dudes, thank you so fucking much, Slasher Dave, Shagrat, for coming on the Metal Forge this week. This has been a fucking awesome conversation. Fuck yeah. On our way out today, what do you guys want to play off Rot Among Us?
I'd like to play a song called Gondola, the Green Witch.
And I concur.
About a very famous Detroit witch in the 70s who wrote a local advice column and owned a occult store in the Detroit area. And her story is quite interesting because it kind of comes full circle with her daughter being murdered on a Halloween night. And it's a very acid witch story, lots of twists and turns, a great fucking storyteller song, and check it out.
Hell yeah. So you heard them. This is Gondola the Green Witch.
Now take a good look at me. Now take a good look at me. Here I am. I'm 50 years old. I'm grossly overweight. I have a complexion that is horrible, hair that is terrible. And do you know that there are men who tell me I am beautiful? Now, if I can do that, think what those young girls have going for them. See, it's all spellcasting is nothing more than what you project to other people through your own beliefs.
Right down through a century, claim Scottish rites of masonry, melting shores of greenery, of an isle cloaked in mystery. She brought the arcade to the realms of a modern age, then toiled through dusty zones of smells to spread her magic word. The hour of the witch is now. Her strange tale lingers on, a whisper from beyond the grave. Have you heard her name? You down the green where the winds of matter now. Luminous debris of I have been found. Very scary number, hair dyed a heavy tree. And she'll tell you all again, still they fight for thee. To give out and fight as a werewolf of Grosse Pointe, full of haunted folklore to give you a fright. She wandered down from Martin Street to the decrepit grounds of the insane asylum Eloise in Gardner Cemetery. She saw a golden wig, but as she drew so close, saw the white double rotting corpse. You know the green witch, what have you saw? Deep in the depths of your glowing crystal ball. You know the green witch, secrets you foresee. The slaughter of your daughter on the blackest Halloween. Legend and chaos, legend and chaos.
In 2017, one man's vision and passion for all things metal started out as a record store in his house. Years later, the fight against a mainstream empire continues as Shadebeast. An independent metal collective and online store based in Athens, Georgia, is the world's premier heavy metal brand for music heads that value authenticity over the mainstream acceptance. Featuring original t-shirts from some of the best underground artists, as well as stickers, posters from the Shadebeast Presents concert series. Unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles and small curated selection of vinyl and cassettes from the masters old and new. Visit shadebeast.com and enter promo code SithLord for free domestic shipping on your first order, whether you're a new customer or returning. And be sure to join the Shadebeast social groups on Facebook and the interwebs to keep up with the new release announcements and talk all things metal and Star Wars. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and filth.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Since 2013, there has been a calling from the underground, from the graves of all those unholy, and they decided to make a zine to talk about all of this. Soulgrinder Zine! An independent metal zine to keep you informed on all things metal and horror from the underground. Available in both print and digital formats, they're bringing you the best interviews and reviews out there today. Not only do they do the zine, but they also do compilation CDs. Check them out at facebook.com/soulgrinder.zine and start your subscription now. Hey everybody, let me tell you about the new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Unchained Tapes. They're an independent Pennsylvania tape label. They focus on extreme metal and punk with a killer approach to the tape scene. Visit their web store at unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com now to get your fill of tapes. And for being a Metal Forge listener, enter the code METALFORGE10 at checkout to get a 10% discount on your total purchase. That's unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Set back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. To distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code METALFORGE10 to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now. Hey Metalheads, it's with great pleasure I get to tell you guys about a new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Ageless Art, New Albany. After 20 years of owning and operating Ageless Art in Clarksville, Indiana, Phil Garrett had a vision for a new type of tattoo studio. Something that is clean and modern, sleek, refined, inviting. And he's done just that with Ageless Art in New Albany. You can find it at 2736 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana, 47150. Business hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays are 12 to 6. All sessions are appointment only, so give them a call and go get you some new ink. Or if it's your first time, go get your first one, baby. Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana is the premier 12,500 square foot music superstore that has served both southern Indiana and Louisville, Kentucky metro area for over 4 decades. Originally founded by Marvin and Beverly Maxwell in the 70s, this gym remains a Maxwell family-owned business. Mark Maxwell, along with his business partner Whitney McNichol, continued the reputation as being the national resource for all things music.
In 2022, the iconic Guitar Emporium of Louisville relocated to Maxwell's Music, creating the largest independently owned showroom in the region. The retail offerings at Maxwell's Music includes a huge selection of guitars, basses, amplifiers, effects pedals, modeling amps, keyboards, drums, banjos, mandolins, ukuleles, sound systems, stage lighting equipment, and accessories. The music education program at Maxwell's is second to none. From private instrument and voice lessons to DJ, EDM, recording, songwriting, and music theory, to rock school, weekend warriors, and Maxwell's Music Lab, there is something for every age and every ability level.
Down in Repairland, guitar and instrument repairs and refurbishment are taken care of by the Maxwell's team of expert guitar technicians and luthiers. They also do appraisals of instruments as well. Maxwell's offers installations for professional audio, visual, and lighting systems for schools, churches, clubs, VFWs, funeral homes, sports fields, and so much more. There's also rentable space at Maxwell's, from the music practice and rehearsal rooms for the individuals and bands, all the way to a meeting space and concert venue that seats up to 120. That also includes a professional audio, visual, and lighting system and a sound booth. Maxwell's has it all. All this plus original functioning 1947 recording booth to make your own record. Go to the Guitar Hero throne, to the very own Elvis statue, and don't forget the Harmony Green Pocket Park. There's a reason the Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana has been recognized by the National Association of Music Merchants as a #1 award-winning best store design, as well as top 100 music store year after year. You gotta see it to believe it. Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana.